Okay, hi guys. So this is a video about my recent trip to the cinema to watch Suicide Squad, which I went to see with one of my best mates, Molly and Anna, and I was kind of persuaded to go, more by Molly because of her kind of really massive obsession, love over Jared Leto, so I was kind of persuaded to go by that point, and I kind of wanted to see how it was because I'm a film student and I was really interested to see how DC wanted to, big up the Suicide Squad in relation to, Marvel's Avengers and how that was going to compare and that sort of thing. So I wanted to see what DC was going to do with Suicide Squad after, the big turd that was Batman vs Superman. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wasn't overly impressed by the entire thing. I mean, yes, I am the sort of person that wants to see, big explosions and massive fight scenes and that sort of thing, but I also wanted to see, the relationship between all the characters, and I like seeing how the characters, relationships play out and the sort of people that they are, and even in this movie, because they're all criminals and psychopaths and that sort of thing, I would see how they react with each other and interact, and how their relationships were. And I wanted to see a bit more of, the Joker and Harley Quinn, that sort of relationship, because I think that was probably one of the key grippings of what, people wanted to see when they went to watch the films. So, other than the fact that they were criminals they were the protagonists, the criminals, and that was a bit different to what Marvel does, and that's what DC kind of plays upon, the fact that they're a bit on they're the outcasts, and they needed the big towns and cities need their help and blah blah blah. But there's nothing that really interested me that much in the films, because it was all a bit predictable, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was all kind of easy, and nothing wowed me that much, and nothing was like, wow, that's a cinematic masterpiece or that sort of thing. And there was not as much of the Joker and Harley Quinn. It was kind of more on Will Smith's character, which I wasn't terribly keen on, just because they didn't show enough of his relationship with his daughter and his ex-wife, I'm not 100% sure what the situation with that was, but I wasn't too keen on that because the relationships weren't shown that much. Yeah, there wasn't really much that interested me at all, really. I just watched it and I was like, right, well, that was an okay film. It was decent, it wasn't fabulous, and it wasn't amazing, it didn't wow me, but it was bearable, which isn't what you want with a film, but it was bearable. I've got to say, I was really disappointed with the last 20 minutes of the film, because you'd want the big explosions and the climax and the big fight scene at the end where good and evil or evil and evil battle each other, and want to see how that was going to pan out, and it looked like it was going to be really good. But then the last 20 minutes after all the explosions, that you couldn't see anything. I was so amazed by the fact that it was just all cloud and dust, and you could see outlines of little people and the characters, and I was thinking, I can't see anything here. What's the point of the last 20 minutes in the movie? And that editing was shoddy, and the cinematography was shoddy, and I was thinking, I might as well just go. There's no point in me watching the last 20 minutes, realistically, because there's nothing that I can really see in it. I can see what the directors were thinking, trying to, doing all the battle and the covered with dirt and the mystery and trying to square up to Marvel, but I don't think this really worked. I'm going to say I don't think it worked. That's just my opinion, but I don't think the directors and producers and the editors really thought about that through before they sent it off. But that's just my opinion. Personally, I'm the sort of person that, you know, wants to get to know a character and wants to be able to, you know, I want them to like to know them and associate with them, you know, before they have a big collaborative movie. But maybe that's just because I'm used to what Marvel does, and maybe I'm not really understanding what DC does, but that's just my opinion. So, out of 10, I'm going to rate this a 5. Only because I wasn't overly impressed by it and excited by it, but it was bearable, and I would watch it again, and I thought it was alright. So yeah. Thanks guys. See you next time. Thank you guys for watching my Suicide Squad reaction video, and tune in next week for a Finding Dory one, which I'm really excited to tell you guys about. Okay, bye bye.